Hello, Calina here of StoryRetold. I am getting over a cold, and this is a re-recording of this section of the game because when I first recorded it, there was no game audio, so yay! Let's do it again. Alright, I have played through this part in the demo as well, so it's like no big surprise to me. There we go. So we are at this part right here. We have just learned, we've deciphered the clues. And what we need to do is we need to combine the, my face is in the way so you can't really see, but for a hot second, I'll show you. We need to look at the oil can and we need to combine it with the thin straw. So we're going to look at this and then hand the straw to add it here. There we go. All right, I'm going to move my face back to where it was. We're going to use the can on...
That doesn't work.
Oh, I have to get closer to it. Sorry. All right, and then my notes, what was it? Sun, wind, rain? Where did my notes go? Oh no. Here? This looks right. Yeah. Sun, wind, rain. And we have a key. Alright, we're gonna do cash register. Hopefully that's where it goes. Whoops.
Well, looks like we can rule out a robbery.
Yep, the money is like all here. Okay, well, let's go talk to Mitchell about it.
Everything okay? You look a little grim.
Oh, flashback to when I had to edit my demo video playthrough of this. Right here is where I lost audio as well and had to redub myself. Huh.
Did you notice that Gerald's coat is still here?
Sure, but it's been unseasonably warm. Not really coat weather.
Well, it's not the coat I'm worried about. It's that his wallet is still in the pocket, with money and his driver's license.
Oh.
I took a look inside the cash register. Whatever happened to Gerald didn't involve a robbery.
Are you saying that someone out there targeted Gerald because of some personal vendetta? That's insane. That'd be like going after Santa Claus.
Did it freeze? Oh no. Did I freeze?
We don't know that at all. We've only just ruled out one possibility.
Well, this isn't great news.
I'm sorry. Try and stay positive, okay? There's still so much we don't know. There could still be a perfectly innocent explanation to all this.
Okay. Now, you probably have seen some redundancy in how I check off my stuff. Okay. We have not been to the gallery just yet. So let's do that.
Welcome to Bold Depictions, miss. Can I offer information on a particular piece, or provide a guided walkthrough?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Maybe some other time. I'm actually here on behalf of the Carlisle Police. Would I be able to speak to the owner of this gallery?
Oh, yes. You're looking at him. Colin Ellison. Pleasure to meet you. How can I help?
I'm Penelope Pendrick. I'm sure you've heard of the investigation of the recent disappearances here in Carlisle. I have reason to believe that one of the 3 missing people was here the same day he disappeared.
Yeah. And?
Wait, you're aware of this?
As a proud TV owner, it's hard to ignore. I know they're starved for content, but come on. Let me watch the local weather in peace.
So you knew you met Terrence Davies a few hours before he went missing? Well, did you go to the police when you recognized him on the news?
And tell them what? Hey guys, I have some case-breaking info for you. I've seen that kid before. You're welcome.
Can you describe in detail your account of the field trip from start to finish?
Right. Yeah, so the kids and their art teacher were busting at 1. There were about 10 of them total. 9th grade, I think. I started by introducing myself and giving some background on my credentials. Everything was going dandy. They were mostly all paying attention. I led them to the painting closest to the front door, and then went around the room from there, explaining my process, the decisions behind the composition, the deeper meaning, the medium used, and so on, for every piece.
That's a lot.
After we were going for 15, 20 minutes, a few kids in the back started snickering and whispering to each other. Super irritating. Then, one of those kids raised his hand, so I made the mistake of thinking he had a legitimate question. I called on him, and he was like,
"Sir, I was wondering, why do all your paintings suck?"
all his brain-dead friends laughed, and the teacher yelled at him, which shut him up, but not long enough. I tried to be professional, but a little while later he was drawing something on an index card. He started throwing little pieces of paper with tomato drawings at me, and his spineless excuse of a teacher didn't even do anything about it. Finally, after his friends started doing it too, the teacher decided to just end the whole trip and take them back to the school.
It was funny.
Wow. I knew Terrence was supposedly a troublemaker, but that's downright rude. I wonder if his mom ever sees this side of his behavior.
No punishment is severe enough to beat the evil out of that brat. I never would have gotten away with acting like that as a kid. I would have been strung up by my thumbs.
Okay, that's a bit extreme. It's not like he burned the building down or something.
When I saw his snotty face on the news later that day, not gonna lie, felt kind of cathartic.
So, the official statement for the police is that you had a bad encounter with Terrence. Later that day, he goes missing. And then when the news comes on that evening, you, grab a bag of popcorn and smile? Do I have that right?
Oh, lighten up. I meant metaphorically. I'm sure he's fine. Probably just causing chaos somewhere else for now.
I should go.
Aw, what? Forgot your handcuffs?
I'm not an official police. Oh,
I don't want to go back in there right now.
oh, fine. All right, let's go make a phone call to Miss Davies. Back to the apartment. To our home. So cozy. Wait, are we waiting on the files? I think we're still waiting on the files. Okay, let's try. Your son is a menace.
Hi, Mrs. Davies. It's Penelope again. How are you holding up?
As well as can be expected.
I was wondering, did you receive any phone calls from Terrence's school the day of the field trip? Before it was clear that he was missing.
No, but I would have been at work until 5, so it's possible I missed it. Why?
I had a chance to talk to the owner of the art gallery, the one who gave the tour, and
Ooh.
Terrence was pretty ill-behaved and ruined the trip for the class.
Excuse me, I don't appreciate your tone.
I'm sorry, but my tone should be the least of your concerns. Terrence tormenting the owner, Colin Ellison, during his tour seemed to leave a very negative impression. Mr. Ellison was not shy about his thoughts on Terrence.
He was that angry about Terrence.
Between that and the coincidental timing, I think we may have our first suspect.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I can't say it's consoling, but it's something.
Okay, Eileen. Thank you for your time. I'll call you if we find out anything new.
Okay.
Alright, let's try calling Sergeant. get some updates to him.
Carlisle Police Department, Sergeant Russell speaking.
Can you tell me more
This might
about
be a
the
repeat.
diner woman?
If so, sorry.
Yes, Jane Doe. I went up to call her Victim X. I thought it was catchy. But you know, protocol. She's our shakiest case by far. Called in missing by a waitress just because she decided not to get breakfast at the Sunrise Diner for a couple mornings? No wonder the chief won't give us the time of day.
But the waitress thought she had good enough reason to notify the police. So there must be something to it.
It's true that she's genuinely concerned. Said that the very few times Jane didn't show over the past couple years, she leave little notes on napkins with the tip the day before. Not this time.
Notes? She didn't just tell them?
The waitress describes Jane as an incredibly quiet, solitary woman. Said when Jane first started eating there, she thought Jane was deaf, but no, just quiet.
Well, if she was really that reclusive, that would explain why nobody knows anything about her.
There's our problem. Jane would only speak to order and say pleases and thank yous. She didn't sit around chatting up the help for hours.
If she wasn't there to hang out with the waitresses, what did she do every single morning?
Read books, lots of them. And not just the type with shirtless cowboys on the cover, but books with real substance, textbooks even, and all subjects, especially history. The waitresses said that Jane would set up every day in the same booth, take a few books out of her bag, and read and take notes while she ate.
Interesting. I wonder if doing this was work-related or a hobby. Did she frequent any other locations besides the diner?
My only guess would be a library. Owning all those books would cost an arm and a leg. Thing is, Carlisle doesn't have its own library, and there are too many to count in neighboring towns.
Wonder if she was getting them from the bookstore instead.
What did you investigate, and who did you interview in regards to Jane?
What can we investigate? No one knows
He
her
has
name,
no patience.
address, place of work, family, acquaintances. We examined her favorite booth at the diner and interviewed everyone who works there. All we know is that she's been coming there for roughly 3 years. Is quiet, reads a lot, and has tried everything on the menu.
None of the workers said she was acting differently the last day she was seen?
No one was paying enough attention to remember. But one of the waitresses did hold on to what's currently our shred of evidence, a napkin with some chicken scratch.
Typo.
She was planning to return it to Jane the next day, but you know how that story ends.
Wow, this is like trying to track down a ghost.
You're telling me. All I can say is keep an eye open while you're investigating the other two. That's the best we can do right now. I'll send the napkin along with the other documents. So, Penelope, now that you know more about what we're dealing with here, what's going on through your head?
I think the disappearances are related. In a town this small, with barely any history of crime, it just seems too unusual to just be coincidence. Even if we don't see any links between the victims yet, once we dig deeper, I'm fairly certain we will.
Interesting hypothesis. We'll see if it holds up. But first things first, keep an eye out for those reports we'll be sending.
Okay. Here we go.
I opened the novel book's cash register. It was still full. And to top it off, Gerald's coat and wallet are still in the store.
What? Oh, basket! You need your eyes checked. Remind me to assign you to interviews next time. Good work. Whatever happened to Gerald was not premeditated on his end. It's a start.
I went to Novel Books and met Mitchell Hart.
Great. What are your thoughts?
A quaint little store. Certainly doesn't look like a crime scene. As for Mitchell, he seemed genuinely frustrated that he couldn't be more helpful to us.
Strike up some more conversation with him. No doubt that'll lead to more personal information about Gerald that Mitchell wouldn't think to bring up in an interview-type setting.
I got to chat with Eileen Davies. She was only willing to talk for so long, but I did learn that Terrence attended a field trip to an art gallery the day he went missing. She gave me the address, so I went to check it out, and oh boy.
Did something happen?
I met the owner, Colin Ellison, and asked him about the field trip. According to him, Terrence was kind of a terror during the tour. Colin was generally spitting venom while he recounted what happened. And to put the cherry on top, he described seeing Terrence on the news later that day as cathartic.
That's concerning. Did you get the impression that Colin could be physically violent when angry? Or is he more bark and no bite?
Ooh.
I don't know. He doesn't come across as the type to get his hands dirty.
Either way, keep an eye on him and see if you can find out more.
Thanks for talking.
Keep us updated.
Alright, can we try the pizza place? Ooh, we can.
Pablo's Pizza. We put the E's in cheese. How may I take your order?
I love that. Pepperoni.
1 large pepperoni pizza, please.
Got it. 1 large pepperoni pizza. Will there be anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Pickup or delivery?
Delivery. The address is 10 Ramridge Road, Carlisle, Connecticut, 06501, room 101.
Oh, you must be Miss Pendrick. I have a note in the system here that says your tab is being covered by someone named Wesley Russell.
Ooh, awesome.
Now's your chance to go crazy. Order 10 pizzas. Order the Super Duper Slurp. Order the 50-count chicken wings. We have a meatless option if that's your thing.
50 count chicken wings. That is an homage to Treasure in the Royal Tower. Nancy Drew, Treasure in the Royal Tower, where Professor Hotchkiss orders 50 drumsticks.
I don't think Sergeant Russell would appreciate that.
Yeah, you gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Alright, your order will be delivered in approximately 30 minutes.
Great, thanks.
Stay saucy.
Alright, we got a pizza coming. What else is on our list?
That's not done yet. That's not done yet.
Alright, so we need the police reports and explore the rest of the apartment building. Oh! Well, that was fast. Let's take a look. Alright. Gerald Cook. Call came from Alan Rickeys after Mr. Cook did not open his bookshop at the usual time of 8 a.m. Terrence Davies. Call from mother late in the evening. 2:26. February 26. Ah, the picture of the diner scene. That's cool. Unknown. Sunrise Diner. The waitress, Lynette Johnson. Asian Indian. Glasses. Okay. All right. Can we call the sergeant about it? Wait a minute. Hang on. Where's the, no, it's right here, the note. This. Okay, I didn't even look at it. There's a picture of a moose head over here. Can I look at that? Not really. Okay. Did they follow up with the coordinates on that napkin?
I don't need to talk to him right now.
What? Fine. Alright, let's go explore the apartment and then wait for our pizza to show up. Did we miss something in this room? We saw this paper. We saw this. We looked at the boxes of screws. We opened this. I don't think there's anything left in here to look at. Can't rotate anywhere else.
Whoa! What happened here?
Falling apart stairs. Can't go up to the next level. Wait, does that mean I can check that off now?
That's not done yet.
Nope. Alright. Maybe we'll go down to... Did I miss something over here? Okay, we did that. We can't look at the rough or crumbled up paper. We looked at this. Oh, I haven't looked here.
This could come in handy.
Ooh, screwdriver. Measuring tape. Sure, we'll take that. Can we check it off now? Yes, now we can. Okay, we've checked everything off of our list. Now we're just waiting for our pizza. Right? Do I have to call someone? No pizza. Let's make a phone call. To this number, which we found in the book. About the artist. See where that gets us.
You've reached the phone of John Branham. I'm currently occupied by something that has a slight possibility of being important. So please call again later or leave a message, and I will get back to you at the earliest convenience.
Oh, no message. Oh.
Here's your order. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.
Aw, no cutscene, no image placement. Pizza. That sounds delicious. I love pizza.
No way.
She ate a third of a large. Save that for later, put in the fridge. There's no way to heat it up again later, huh? Should we just call it a day? Like only $2.55. Alright, I don't know what to do with the tape, maybe, or the screwdriver. So, let's talk to our neighbor. And we're just rattling her door. Okay, she's gone. Let's go have a few discussions. Let's go back to the bookshop, maybe. Maybe that'll help. Hello.
Need something?
Ooh.
How was Gerald's health? Physical and mental.
I don't know what drug he's on, but that man has energy.
Hmm.
I'm jealous, and I'm 25 years younger than him. I do see him eat kale chips with his lunch, though, so maybe not that jealous.
What about his mental health?
Nothing has ever raised any red flags. Although his generation isn't much for talking about those kinds of things. You know, feelings.
What exactly is your relationship to Gerald? Are you close personally or more like business partners?
As close as two heterosexual men can get. During slow hours, we chat about books, current events, politics, conspiracy theories, sports, movies. The list goes on. Oh, and gossip about old man drama. Carl always cheats at chess and thinks no one is onto him. Everyone is onto him.
Carl?
Do you ever talk about your personal lives?
Not really. So like I said, as close as two heterosexual men can get. I don't have a personal life to share anyway. But Gerald, he has an entire lifetime behind him. I'll admit I've always been curious about his past.
Does Gerald have any family? There was a picture of his granddaughters in his wallet.
Really? I always wondered if he had kids out there somewhere.
He never mentioned his family to you? That seems odd.
Maybe to us, but Gerald's naturally a very private person. Not in an intentional hiding information kind of way. He just steers away from topics like that. Why? I don't know, but I respect his privacy.
I wish there was a way we could let his family know what's going on.
The number of cooks in the United States is probably enough to fill 3 phone books alone. Not to mention married names.
Did the police check Gerald's home address?
He lives directly upstairs. I took them to the door, but that was the best I could do. They knocked a few times, got ladders, and looked through the windows from the outside. They had a pretty good view of the main apartment and the bathroom. From what they could see, there was no sign of him.
Can they get a warrant if they think there's a chance a person inside might need help?
No idea. But a busted door without appropriate justification sounds like a nasty lawsuit waiting to happen.
Fair enough.
Thanks for talking.
Never a problem.
Okay. Well, now what? Take a look at the chandelier. Huh. Take a screwdriver to it.
That doesn't work.
Nope. Okay. Well, let's go see if we can talk to...
I know it's early, but I could really go for some sleep. I'll get back to work tomorrow.
Okay. But let's go to the art gallery first.
I don't want to go back in there right now.
Fine. The push back to the apartment. Ah, missing posters. Okay. Let's give her some rest, I suppose. What time does the gallery open? 10? We'll sleep until that. The ceiling. Shift out of the way. We'll just set that aside. And hope to goodness the ceiling doesn't cave in on us completely. Okay. We have a remote control, but no VHS to play. Make sure we use the bathroom. Oh, showering. Now I want pizza. Oh, should get that phone.
Hello?
Hi, Penelope. Sergeant Russell here. Thought I'd check in so we can regroup.
Alrighty.
It's looking less and less likely that Gerald's disappeared voluntarily, and his store was not robbed. Mitchell Hart admits that he doesn't know as much about Gerald's life as we had hoped. And then there's Terrace, who tends to get under some people's skin. Some people being Colin Ellison, who had his run-in with Terrace a few hours before the boy went missing.
Right. And still nothing on Jane Doe. Except the napkin.
I'll eat my hat if we find any leads on her this whole case.
Did you check the coordinates that she had written down?
They put us in a spot in Town Center Square. There's the statue of the founder, a trash can, a bench, a manhole, a street lamp, and some shops at the Southwest Plaza Shopping Center. We asked around some of the shops, but no one remembers anyone with her description.
The founder?
Huh. Do you think she was looking for something?
A logbook and some trinkets? It just looks like geocaching to me.
Could be. But what I'm stuck on is that the three really don't have anything in common. A nice man who owns a bookstore, a troublemaking kid, and a woman who talks to nobody. Maybe this case is all coincidence after all.
They got us from day one. Carlisle's the one and only link between them. But where does that get us? It's not like it's a city with recurring crime hotspots to watch.
The town. That's a great point. Since Carlisle isn't exactly dangerous, I wonder if there's something else unusual about the town that links them. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. As I'm going around doing detective things, I'll try to learn more about Carlisle. Oh, and what you said earlier? I'm gonna hold you to that, by the way.
Hold me to what?
I'd very much like to see a hat get eaten. If I can get a lead on Jane Doe.
If that's what motivates you, it's a deal.
There's the plaster, which we can look at. Whoa, hang on. A fortification weathered by time stands tall as an icy current winds into the distance, and the sunlight bounces back toward the sky. Weathered by time stands tall as an icy current winds into the distance. Not winds, but winds, like a clock, and the sunlight bounces back toward the sky. A clock is what I think. Town clock, a time of day. Alright, I'm going to take a break, save my game, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!